About subtracting algebraic expressions. And this is something that students often find really confusing. So we're going to go through this a couple of different ways, and let's see if we can make some sense of it. Okay, so we have two expressions in parentheses, right? We have x plus 4, and then we have 2 minus 7x, and we have a subtraction symbol between them. All right, well, how do we subtract these things? The first thing we need to discuss is what the meaning of this symbol really is. There are lots of ways of thinking about subtraction. One thing that this symbol means, subtraction, minus, sometimes you can think of it as just acting as a negative symbol. And that's what we're going to do here. We're going to think of this symbol as meaning the words the opposite of. In other words, we want the opposite of what's inside of these parentheses before we begin to combine like terms. So what we're starting out with here is a positive 2 and a positive 7x, right? Because we've got another subtraction symbol here. So what I'm going to effectively do is distribute this symbol as though it were a negative symbol. Well, let me show you what I mean. So nothing's going to change in the x plus 4. We're going to leave everything alone right there. But what I'm now going to do is I'm going to rewrite this. I'm going to take this symbol and I'm going to distribute it to the 2. And basically what I'm saying is I want the opposite of 2, which is going to be minus 2 or negative 2. Like I said, there's lots of ways of thinking about this. This symbol is going to stay the same. I'm going to leave it right in place. But now I want the opposite of 7x, which of course is negative 7x. Okay, so what did I do? I took this symbol, and I distributed it to each term inside of these parentheses. I made this negative 2. And I wrote it here thusly. So now it's minus 2. And we'll get back to discussing this. This subtraction symbol I left alone. And I took the opposite of 7x, which is negative 7x. Okay, I'm going to proceed from here. So why don't I start by rearranging my terms? Okay, so I've got, well, actually, the first thing I should probably do is think about this. Maybe this will be even easier. Minus negative 7x is what I have now. Subtracting a negative is the same as adding a positive. So I'm going to make a change there. X plus 4, pardon me, minus 2, and once again, subtracting a negative is the same as adding a positive. So I'm going to rewrite that as positive 7x. And now I'm going to use the commutative property to rearrange my terms so I can get everybody together. And I, of course, would then have x plus 7x, pardon me, plus 4 minus 2. All right, once I've done that, I can combine my terms. X is the same as 1x plus 7x would give me 8x. Plus 4 minus 2 means I'm going to have plus 2. This would be my final answer. I have now subtracted 2 minus 7x from x plus 4. And this is one way of thinking about subtracting algebraic expressions, by literally thinking about either distributing this negative symbol to the terms inside, or thinking it to mean the opposite of the terms themselves inside of the parentheses. All right, in our next video, we'll look at another way of thinking about this.